Hi, my name is Zenny, and you're now watching another episode of Take Care Tuesdays. Take Care Tuesdays is a series that I created for us to have deeper conversations about how we nurture ourselves. I'd like to thank everyone who has tuned in to the first 2 episodes and given feedback and love and shared the post. I really appreciate it. And now we're going to dive into the 3rd episode. Today we're going to talk about prioritizing self-care. It's so easy for us to take care of everyone else before we decide to take care of ourselves. We somehow put in our minds that everyone needs us before we need ourselves, but that's not true. There may be times where we have to sacrifice things that we do for ourselves for the sake of others, such as children or spouses or parents even, but that shouldn't be a habit. That shouldn't be an everyday thing where we put what we need on the back burner for the sake of someone else. We've all heard this saying before, but it's absolutely true. You cannot pour from an empty cup. No matter what we tell ourselves, we'll always be better if we take care of ourselves first before we start to take care of other people. There are many times where you see caregivers pass on before the people that they're actually caring for. And I personally believe it's because no one's taking care of them. They put away everything that they need in order to take care of somebody else, which is a selfless act, and it should be honored. However, we also have to be taken care of as well. It's great to be of service to others. I believe that selflessness is an act of God, but we have to understand that we can't fully be present for someone else and fully be able to help them the way that they need if we're never checking in on ourselves and seeing what we need as well. Some of the excuses that we come up with when it comes to taking care of ourselves include feeling like you're going to be too selfish, or it's going to seem selfish or neglectful, feeling like you're going to feel guilty because you decided to take care of yourself instead of somebody else at a specific time, feeling like you don't have enough time to take care of yourself, trying to figure out how everything else is going to get done in the day if you decide to spend some time with yourself. And the truth is, none of those excuses are actually valid. I mean, there are times, like I said, where you may have to sacrifice what you need at the moment for somebody else, but that should not be a habit. There is always time to take care of yourself, even if it's for 5 minutes. You do not have to be depleted in order to be a good dad, a good mom, a good wife, a husband, spouse, partner, a good child to your parent. You don't have to feel depleted in order to do that. You can feel full within yourself and still be able to give to others. As a matter of fact, you'll feel better with giving to others because you're giving out of your own fullness. We have to make self-care a priority in our lives. No matter where you are in life, you have to make it a priority. So, how do you make it a priority? I like to think of self-care as a muscle. It's something that you have to practice on a regular basis for you to figure out what you need. I have 2 tips on how you can start to make self-care a priority in your life. The first tip is start by just dedicating 5 minutes a day to yourself. No matter what you say, everybody has 5 minutes to spare. Everybody has 5 minutes to spare. And in those 5 minutes, you can do a lot of things for yourself, whether it's coloring, taking a second to pray, to meditate, to journal, to read. There's so many different things that you can do. You don't have to go by what anybody else says, but literally it's just taking 5 minutes, not 10, taking 5 minutes to yourself, for yourself, by yourself. You can start by committing to doing one thing for yourself each day for 5 minutes. And once you get that 5 minutes down, you'll start adding time. You can go to 10 minutes, you can go to 15 minutes, and before you know it, you are going to be hoarding that time for yourself because you're going to realize how much it replenishes you when you do take that time for yourself. The second tip would be to be intentional. You have to really be intentional about the small things that you do for yourself. Sometimes self-care looks like being able to take a shower for the day. If you've ever been a new parent, you know what I'm talking about. But you have to really be intentional about how you take care of yourself and what you do for yourself. The everyday things that we do a lot of times, we can kind of go about it in a mindless type of way. Even if it's just a shower, you can enhance that experience by making a playlist or listening to a podcast or even an audiobook of a book you've been wanting to read. You can use your favorite body wash. You can add eucalyptus to that shower. There's so many different things that you can do to enhance the experience of what you're doing. The whole point is to be intentional. It doesn't have to be extravagant. I think that sometimes we get lost when it comes to self-care because we think that we have to have spas and getaways and bath bombs. And it's like, you don't need any of that to take care of yourself. It's in the simple things that we do and just being intentional in those simple things. We oftentimes, and myself included, I've done this before as well, but a lot of times we'll find ourselves being forced into taking care of ourselves. We'll wait for a breakup to happen, or somebody get on our nerves, the kid acting crazy, or something going wrong, and then all of a sudden we're, you know what? Self-care. I'm gonna take care of myself. And you don't have to wait for those moments to happen for you to take care of yourself. Self-care is maintenance. You're supposed to do this on a daily basis. It's not supposed to be your last resort. It's not supposed to be something that you do in revenge or because somebody did you wrong. You should be able to do this when you're happy, when you're feeling like your best self. In all moments, it's a moment for self-care. You don't have to wait for a bad thing to happen in your life for you to start to take better care of yourself. In fact, it's better for you to take care of yourself before those bad moments happen, because those moments may not be as bad if you are already in a place where you're continuously replenishing yourself and refueling yourself. The more we take care of ourselves, the more we are able to live fuller lives, we'll be happier, and we'll be able to really take better care of our families and the people around us. It's more than just a bath bomb or getting a pedicure, even though those things are nice, but it's way deeper than that. Self-care is a practice that applies to all of us. No matter where you are in life, no matter what you have going on, you can find time for self-care and to take care of yourself. So when you decide to take care of yourself, and if you decide to take care of yourself from watching this video, and if you by chance feel guilty in the process of that, just say this: I am just as important as everybody else. Say it with me. I am just as important as everybody else. You deserve to be taken care of, and you should do that for yourself, because nobody is ever going to take better care of you than you. So my challenge is simply just finding 5 minutes in your day to be intentional about how you take care of yourself. Just 5 minutes. You should do this for a daily. I'm not even going to give you a time limit of how to do it. This is something that you should start, and you can start doing that today. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions, comments, or anything, feel free to leave them in the comment section or send me a DM. Again, I want to say thank you for the support, and until next time, take care.